All right, so we're going over this. We're just gonna do chapter 1. I'm starting all the way from the beginning. Some of these assignments were not graded, but I write down the page number, I answer it, and then I highlight all the individual sections, and so that you can check it. So these are just student answers, but once again, I graduated with that 4.0, got 100 on my final exam for HVAC, and I'm universally EPA certified. I have no field experience whatsoever. I'm simply a nerd that passed a few classes when it comes to HVAC. Nothing more. Moving on. All right, so we're going number 1. Right here, number 1 is A. In here, you can just basically just take a picture and go from there. But I'm also going to tell you, I'm going to read it off to you, tell you the answer, and tell you what page it's on. HVAC generally falls into, number 1, HVAC generally falls into blank career cluster. That's going to be architecture and construction. Letter A, that's it, and it's on page number 5 if you want to check it. Number 2, the initial setup of HVAC equipment and systems. And blank work, A, installation, that's on page 5 as well. Fixing and performing maintenance on existing systems is blank work. Service work, letter C, that's on page 6. The career requiring the highest level of education and licensing in an HVAC are blank. Engineer, page 7. To develop a bid, an estimator generally adds together the cost of the following except emotional investment, letter A, that's on page 7 through 8. An energy auditor generally performs the following tests except for blank A, amperage draw on compressor, page 8. Number 7, building inspectors ensure that a building project adheres to blank A, applicable codes, page 8 again. A career search is enhanced by blank, which is the process of connecting with other individuals within a group or industry. That's going to be networking, D, page 11. An application process will usually involve the following paperwork except blank, D, work order, page 11. After an interview, with number 10, we're on number 10. After an interview for a position, send a blank to the interviewers. That's going to be a C, thank you letter. That's on the top of page 13. Employers value good work habits. These include the following except being a gossip. That's going to be on page 14. Characteristics of good leadership include the following except blank, criticizing coworkers. That's going to be A. You want to find that one on page 14. We're on number 13. Professional behavior includes the following except B. Complaining about coworkers. That's going to be on page 14. All persons who intend to install, maintain, service, or repair HVAC equipment should first acquire blank certification. That's going to be EPA, and that's going to be on page 16. All right, number 15, last question. For the multiple choice, HVAC state licensing generally requires the following except blank, a 4-year college degree. That's going to be on page 17. All right, now we're down to the critical thinking, the last 3 questions for these homework assignments. Why is lifelong learning critical in the HVAC industry? So I did, you just repeat the sentence. Lifelong learning in HVAC is critical because, did an ellipsis, and then I just did both. Increases one's knowledge of their career, and I did a second one. Helps keep up with evolving world and an upgrade technology, and help with the upgraded technology. And number 3, I put keeps you updated on government regulations, tools, equipment, technology, components, and to be more efficient with service. So that's number 1. 5, HVAC. Okay, so this one is fine. This one was more like a physical assignment in the real world. It was like find job, this is number 2, critical thinking. Find job postings for HVAC positions on the internet. List 5 positions and the companies that are hiring. So for this one, I got my phone here, my burner. So we got this bad boy, and you could just go to Indeed. I've gotten so many jobs off of Indeed, not HVAC. But this is where I would go. So you would just type in HVAC and you would put in your city and look at all these jobs. And what I love about HVAC, not HVAC, is Indeed for all jobs, is the fact that they give you the price. So it helps you so much. It tells you if you're a contract or if you're in a W-2 employee, and that's a huge difference. Maybe I could do a video on the difference for contractor, because sometimes a contractor, they'll pay you, let's say they pay you $50 an hour as a contractor, but the W-2 people are gonna pay you $25 an hour. You look at that contract job, but they're paying me twice as much. But if I was to break it down for you and you realize how much you're paying more in taxes, how much things are coming out of your pocket, when you're W-2 employee, maybe a lot of times you're working with their truck, their gas, and there's a lot of things that cover, especially when you start adding bonuses and benefits. You'll find out that that $50 an hour is actually, you're keeping less than half. So now you're getting the same amount in reality, and you're missing out on a lot of those benefits. But you got to do your own CALS analysis, show more, and it tells you all the things that they expect of you, the requirements. That one says bachelor's degrees. That one's interesting for HVAC technician. Let's check this guy out. Look at that 414% matching. Insurance, vision insurance, health. You got the health insurance too. Now a lot of this, they also have, you have to be full-time a lot of times, but you don't have to contact. But this is how easy it is to break down EPA certificate. Preferred, you see that? Preferred, which means a lot of times they'll take you and then they'll send you off on their dime, but you have to call to check. So what I did with that, I just went through the Indeed and I wrote down the 5 jobs in the 5 companies. So that's for number 2. And then number 3, select one general career website and one HVAC specific website with job postings, compare and contrast. So for this one, Indeed is already one general website. The second one right here, I have not vetted the site whatsoever. I just looked at it, just looked it up just so I can answer the question. HVACjobcenters.com. Indeed, I have years worth of experience. This one, not so much, but it exists for you to check out. And that is all the questions.